If you're a woman over the age of 35, as a matter of fact, if you're a woman over the age of 40, please listen to this video. Listen to this video all the way to the end because the information I'm going to share with you in this video is basically information I wish I had at least 10 years ago. Let's get into it. So today I'm going to talk about perimenopause. Perimenopause is basically a lot of hormonal changes that your body goes through when you're approaching menopause. So it's like a preview to menopause or something like that. And it comes with a lot of symptoms. And some of the symptoms I experienced, and honestly, I did not know that it was perimenopause. I thought it was something else. I thought maybe I'm not well, or maybe I'm like, I don't know what I thought, but you know, it's symptoms that are so subtle that it's easy to ignore these symptoms. Okay, so I'm going to get into the symptoms and I'm going to share some supplements that you can take to combat these perimenopausal symptoms and make your transition from perimenopause to menopause easy. And of course, one of the biggest issues, the least subtle symptom, is weight gain. So like I said, perimenopause is basically the transition period leading up to menopause, and it can start as early as 35. For me, it was basically in my 40s, and I think I started noticing the changes when I turned, let's say, 42. Prior to 42, there were some symptoms, but I feel like they really got super aggressive within the last 2 years. So you're going to experience symptoms like irregular periods. Your flow is different. Like maybe you used to have your period for like 5 days, but now it's like 7 days or 3 days. That can be a symptom. So you might want to look into that. Hot flashes. Now, I've never experienced hot flashes. There were times that I felt like, you know, pretty warm, but not like how people, you know, describe hot flashes, because when I hear people describe it, it sounds like hell. So I feel like, you know, I don't feel as cold as I used to. When I was younger, I was always cold. That was my biggest issue. I was always cold. Now I don't have that problem anymore. I get warm pretty quickly, but I wouldn't call it a hot flash. I feel like maybe it's like a mini hot flash. I don't know. I mean, for the ladies that are in menopause and been through this, you can, you know, share your experience in the comments, and I will really appreciate that. Your mood is going to also be affected because remember, your hormones are doing the most at this point in your life. So increased irritability, even depression, mood swings. But the depression, oh my God, that one hit me by surprise. I literally recently just got out of a bout of depression that really took a toll on my physical health as well as my mental health, and I don't want to ever go back there again. Okay, this is why I'm doing this video, so that I can save you, because I'm from the Caribbean, and if you're from the Caribbean, a lot of Caribbean people think that depression is not real. So especially the older ones, but yes, it's very much real. Now your sleep is also going to be affected. So if you find like you're waking up more often during the night, or you're struggling to fall asleep, your sleep pattern has changed. Maybe you used to sleep 8 hours, but now you only getting like 5 hours sleep. That is also a sign. However, at this point in your life, you really have to prioritize sleeping, and we will get into more of that in this series. Also, fatigue is another common symptom, and I thought it was because of iron deficiency. So I was taking iron, but you know, for some reason I still felt tired. Now that I started working out and stuff, I don't feel that tired anymore. But I really felt it, and I honestly thought it was because of you know, iron deficiency. And the iron supplements did help a little bit, but it didn't really cure the problem. So if you find like you've been feeling, you know, pretty fatigued, then that is definitely a symptom of perimenopause. And if you're a younger person, you're watching this video and you're not over the age of 40 or something, and you feel fatigued, go check your doctor, because that is definitely not perimenopause, because you are too young for that. These two symptoms goes hand in hand. So you will notice a decrease in your libido and vaginal dryness. So I've experienced that as well. And honestly, I remember when I was younger, I would hear women saying that, oh my God, when you're in your 40s, that's when you're in your prime, and oh my God, that's when you want to have sex more, and that's when you want a young guy, and that's when you want to become a cougar. And I have no idea what these women are talking about because I cannot relate, because my libido has gone down. Okay, like honestly, I feel like my libido had been as highest in my 20s up until my early 30s, but literally for the past 10 years, it never went back to normal. It has just been going down steadily every year. And the dryness is something that I've experienced within the past 2 or 3 years. So you might experience a lot of brain fog, and that brain fog is basically memory loss, or short-term memory loss. One of the issue that I have with this is recalling words. Like I would know the word for something and the word will completely escape me, and I hate when that happens, especially when I'm doing a video, especially for my other channel, or when I'm hosting the book club. I'll be talking and I'm going to be like, oh my God, what word is it? I know this word. Please tell me what this word is. And guess what? The word will come to me when I'm done. Like when I'm already recorded the video, when I already had the conversation, that's when the word will come to me. But that has been a struggle for me literally for the past couple of years, especially this past year. It has been the absolute worst. That brain fog is no joke. Like, let me just have a conversation with someone and they interrupt me. I am not going to be able to remember what I was about to say. That is very common for me, and I've been taking supplements for that. And of course, the joint pains, because there's this running joke on the internet where people talk about, oh, they got the good knees, blah blah blah. And of course, usually the people with the good knees are people that are pretty young. But let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how old you are, you should be able to use your joints. Okay, like I'm telling you, you should be able to use your joints without pain. I remember one time I squat, and let me show you what I did. Okay, so hold on a second. Okay, I'm still wearing my gym attire. Okay, so I'm like, oh, I dropped something. So I squatted like this to pick up that thing that I dropped, and y'all, my knees, listen, my knees, it was so painful, like I couldn't believe those were my knees. I'm like, no, these knees are not mine. Someone came into the night and stole my knees and replaced it with these old knees. And I didn't understand, because I know I take MSM, and MSM is, a good supplement for joints. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, it was so painful. Listen, I was scared, okay? I was scared because I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? Am I getting old? So yeah, that joint pain in my knees took me by surprise. Like it literally took my breath away. Urinary changes. All of a sudden you might be prone to UTIs, or you want to urinate more frequently, or you may even experience a change in the smell of your urine. Don't panic, of course, go by the doctor, make sure you don't have a UTI or whatever. But that is also a sign of menopause approaching. So yeah, that happened to me. This symptom actually happened to me. Another one is headaches. Now, I've always struggled with headaches, even when I was a teenager. So I didn't feel any changes. I feel like my frequency in headaches has dropped drastically, especially since I got braces. And I shared my braces journey here on this channel a few years ago. But yeah, I still get headaches, but not as frequent as they used to be, thank God. When this happens to you, what should you do at this stage in your life? All right, so before I get into what you should do and what you should prioritize at this stage in your life, let's talk about that weight gain, okay? So if you've ever wondered why your aunties gain weight and they never lost that weight ever again in life, this is a video for you, okay? Now, a lot of women that enters perimenopause or approaching menopause, their hormones change so much to the point where they end up in a situation that they call metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome is basically when your metabolism is slowed down so drastically that you are no longer able to burn fat and energy in your body like you used to. So if you are in your 40s like me and you still think that you can eat like you did in your 20s or as a teenager, and you think that you can drink like you did back when you were in your 20s or even 30s, you have to stop, because you are only harming yourself. You have to remember that your body is so different now, okay? Because you in your 12-year-old body is different from you in your 25-year-old body. It's two different bodies with two different stages in your life and different hormonal levels, etc. Okay? So in your mid-20s to early 30s, you know, your metabolism is still pretty good, but not like it used to be as a teenager. When you hit the 40s and you start gaining that hormonal belly, that perimenopausal belly, that menopause belly, it is so difficult to get rid of that, because everything that you did prior to that worked is no longer going to work anymore. That shit is not going to work. And you all know exactly what I'm talking about, because, hello, you know, like when I was in my 20s, all I wanted to do if I wanted to lose weight, like if I felt like I look a little bit chubby or something like that, all I did was just go on a crash diet, and I would literally starve myself for like a week or something like that. And that shit will work, okay? In my 30s, it was a little more difficult. So what I would do, I would, of course, go on a diet, on a crash diet, and then do a bunch of cardio, and that shit will work. Do not do that, because if you do that, you're only going to make the situation worse, okay? That shit that you used, that like all that cardio and stuff like that we did back in the day, spin classes and all that shit, is not going to work. It's actually going to make the situation even worse, because a lot of these things, crash diets and excessive cardio, raises cortisol levels in your body, and you don't want that. In this series, I'm going to make some videos telling you exactly how to use that perimenopausal belly, or that menopause belly, or that hormone belly, or whatever you want to call it. And I'll share, you know, my workout tips, my meal plans, etc. I'm going to share all of that here with you all on this channel, because I'm taking you guys on this journey with me as well. Because I'm on a journey. I am not, my body doesn't look like how I want it to look as yet, but it's looking so much better than it did a few months ago. These three things you have to approach very differently, okay? And number one, the way you used to eat. You can't eat like you used to. The way you used to diet, you can't diet like the way you used to. And the way you used to exercise, you can't exercise the way you used to. And if you're in your 40s and you're watching, and you say, oh sorry, and you subscribe to fitness gurus or whatnot, and those women are in their 20s and their 30s, you are basically setting yourself up for failure. Because those women, they have no idea what's to come. They are not seeing these videos, because when I was in my 20s and 30s, I wasn't searching anywhere for that information. I was searching videos like how to lose 10 pounds fast, how to look like a Victoria's Secret model. That's what I was doing in my 20s. Here are the 5 things that I have prioritized now that I'm on this journey to become healthy and basically be in the best shape of my life and look the best that I've ever looked, okay? And these are the 5 things that I prioritize in no order, okay? So number 1, sleep. No longer would I be going to bed at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm not ever going to do that again. I am going to force myself to go to bed early, even if it means leaving my phone in another room. Because we all know that, you know, a lot of the times we go to bed with our phone. That blue light coming from your phone is keeping you awake and causing you to have insomnia. So put the phone down and go to bed early, and please try to get 8 hours of sleep, please. Priority number 2, strength training. Okay, it goes without saying. When you're in your 40s, you are losing muscle. With every decade that goes by after the age of 30, you're losing muscle mass. So in your 40s, now you have to prioritize strength training and weightlifting and building muscle, because muscle helps you lose body fat more. As a woman, as a perimenopausal woman, you are losing estrogen and your testosterone is increasing in your body. There's a reason why exercise routines for men and women in menopause or perimenopause work really, really well. Women that are not in perimenopause or menopause, this is not going to work for them, because those women are probably in their childbearing age, and you don't really want to put that kind of stress on the body. You got to remember that your body now is completely different. Your hormones are completely different. You are not the same. So stop taking advice, fitness and health advice from women that are in their childbearing age. Yes, I'm still in my childbearing age, but I am approaching menopause. I am 45 years old, and I don't have any intentions of having children at my age. So I need to prioritize strength training. Another thing that you have to prioritize, this is priority number 3, is protein. Listen to me. Protein is not as easy to get in your diet. It sounds easy, like, oh, get protein, but no, it's not that easy, because most of the food that is available to us are very high in carbs. I have been prioritizing protein in my diet, and I do feel a change in the way I manage hunger. So yeah, I think that is doing something, and I feel a lot better. Most of the pain that I experienced in the past few weeks and months have gone, so I think I'm on the right track. Priority number 4 is moving. So I have dedicated my time to try to get at least an hour walk or 10,000 steps in a day. So every afternoon, like when I'm done with this video, that's why I'm wearing, this. When I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go on my regular evening walk. It's pretty dark out right now, but not that dark. Okay, it's been raining all day, so it's been pretty overcast. So yes, I have prioritized walking, lots of moving, because walking, okay, like if you don't take anything from this video, take this with you. Walking is going to help you reduce that stubborn belly fat, that menopause belly, okay, or the perimenopause belly, or the belly that you got after pregnancy that wouldn't go away. Walking is going to help with that. I know it's crazy, right? But yes. And finally, I have prioritized supplements, okay? So the right supplements that is going to help me manage my perimenopausal symptoms and help balance my hormones and help me feel a lot better and help me, go through this transition as smoothly as possible, okay? So make sure you write down these supplements, or better yet, hit the link in the description, and I am going to put all the supplements in the description. Okay, so let's talk about supplements, because you all know I love supplements, and supplements work. I don't care who the hell debunk what. I don't care. And if you've been following me, and especially if I recommended supplements for you for your skincare journey, you know that the supplements work. All right. So one of the supplements, and this is the only one that I have here because it's right on the table here. But Ginkgo biloba. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this one helps me with my memory. So I'm no longer having these brain farts or brain fog. If you're in a situation where you have to talk to people, you have to give presentations or whatnot, and if you're one of those women where you find like now you kind of sound like your grandmother when you're trying to call your kids, because we've all experienced this, especially if you grew up with your grandma or you went to visit your grandma for the holidays. She will call everyone before she gets to your name, because she literally can't recall your name. Like, this actually happens. This supplement will also help with your libido. So if you know, you know. Another supplement you need is vitamin D. Ladies, we need vitamin D, okay? Now more than ever, you really do need vitamin D. And during menopause or perimenopause, your estrogen level is dropping, is plummeting. So it reduces, bone density. It is going to affect your bones. So you need the vitamin D, ladies, okay? Make sure you get this one, please. You do not want to get osteoporosis, because we've seen it in older women and it's not cute. You need strong bones in order for you to be able to lift weights at the gym, okay? You need magnesium. This is going to help with, muscle stiffness. And let me tell you something, women in their 40s like myself, we have stiff neck in the neck and shoulder areas. Like, I've had problems like right here up to the back of my ears. I even considered going to a chiropractor, but it was so painful, like even my shoulders would hurt. That is stiffness. Like, I can't, like some days I can't even do this. Like, I can't even do this because it's so stiff. All right. So let me tell you something. You need magnesium. So get you some magnesium. And for the hot flash ladies, and I feel like this is probably one of the reasons why I never experience hot flashes, is because I do take evening primrose. I haven't taken evening primrose in a while, so I'm definitely going to get back on it. But evening primrose for women at any age, doesn't you don't even have to be perimenopausal. If you're a woman struggling to conceive, evening primrose. If you have hormonal imbalance and difficult periods, evening primrose. If you're in menopause, evening primrose, okay? If you're perimenopause, evening primrose. Like you need, listen, you need evening primrose, all right? So, and you all know this ain't no gimmick. You all know I've always recommended evening primrose on this channel. Another supplement for the hot flashes and, night sweats, mood swings is red clover. Get you some red clover. If you're already in evening primrose and you're still getting like these little hot flashes, combine that with red clover and it's definitely going to help you out a lot, I promise you. What you're going to notice with a lot of these supplements is that they help balance hormones, okay? Because your hormones are doing the most at this time in your life, all right? It's Vitex. It's basically chasteberry tree or chasteberry. It helps with, balancing estrogen and progesterone in the body. So it's going to make this journey so much easier for you. You need a probiotic. Probiotic is vital because it helps with your gut health. Like if you like me, like I'm an apple shape, and let me tell you something, when you're a small person and you've been small all your life, you literally think you're hourglass shape. Like I thought I was hourglass, like I honestly thought I was, because I had the boobs and a little bit of hip and some butt. When you start putting on weight, like I did, and you notice that your waistline is getting thicker and your back is getting thicker and your legs and arms is still small, that is the most humbling thing ever. Okay, and the majority of the issues with with the bloating and stuff like that was poor gut health. So you have to heal your gut health. You need to start off with a probiotic, okay, because it's very important. And I know, like, I hate that I have to get probiotics and I hate that I have to take all these supplements. But if you want to have a good quality of life as a perimenopause or menopausal woman, you have to take this seriously. Like you really have to take your health and your fitness seriously. Like you can't play. B vitamins. B vitamins. Really great for energy, managing your mood, and fatigue. Like that fatigue and that tiredness all the time and you think it's iron. No, that's perimenopause, boo-boo. Get you some B vitamins, all right? And last but not least, ashwagandha. All right, there are definitely more supplements that you can take, but these are the ones that I recommend for now. Drink your water, reduce the alcohol. You're not 21 at the club anymore. You don't need to be drinking that much alcohol. And I know we all love a good glass of wine. No one likes a good glass of Prosecco or white wine like I do. Now, before I go, I just want to stress again how important sleep is. Drink lots of water. I know that's literally the most generic advice there is, but you gotta drink some water, okay? Because if you want to lose that belly fat, that menopause belly, you gotta drink your water. You gotta prioritize sleep. Sleeping is so important, and uninterrupted sleep, okay? If your cat or your dog likes to sleep with you, but they wake you up ever so often during the night, you need to put them out in a separate room, okay? Because I don't play with my sleep. I like sleeping. Stress management, like, oh my god, this is so important because sometimes even when you're not going through perimenopause, like maybe you're one of those younger women, maybe you're one of my younger viewers and you're struggling with weight. Stress is a huge problem because stress will make you hold on to unnecessary weight. It really does. And the last thing you need as a woman in your 40s and beyond is stress, okay? So don't let no man stress you out. Don't let your children stress you out. Don't let your pets stress you out. Don't let your boss stress you out, okay? Manage your stress. Get some sleep, okay? And make sure that you change your diet. You can no longer eat like you used to in your 20s. I mean, I was basically eating the same way I've been eating for literally the past 2 decades. That kept me slim, and that shit doesn't work anymore because my life has changed so much. this is where I am in life right now, and this is where I am on my journey. And thank you, ladies, so much for coming on this journey with me. I really do appreciate the love and support. And I'll be back with some more videos where I'm going to talk about fitness, strategies to lose that belly, and everything. Okay, so stay tuned, y'all. Bye.